The appointment, contract, amendment to. So. Yeah.
There you go. Hey, Ellen.
Good morning.
Yes. It's nice out. Now. It's happening now.
How are you?
Oh, they didn't. Okay.
Barn burn up Pine Tree. But I'll call you.
I didn't get it.
Huh.
What was it?
Maybe
Nothing was in my box.
Barn fire?
On
Right.
Fisher, yeah. Whose barn was?
I don't know.
That is, Jim probably was there.
She just never coming here.
Oh, yeah, I don't care.
Wasn't home when I don't.
I don't get to play with you, you folks.
That's
Went
good.
through town.
Consider yourself fortunate.
I think we're gonna head that way because my transfer station is Denny's gonna retire, I think.
That's always.
Without Denny.
Always good to see you guys show
I don't
up.
want to.
Yeah, I said, oh,
It's
yeah.
all.
He's been there since very beginning.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna start with the, we have a special finance meeting. It's got a 12:50, we're on this little bit.
All day.
Everybody get the agenda? Yes. And there's 3 items on there. One is to appoint, one to approve the contract. And one was to amend salary schedule C.
Yes. No, because of the hospital, his own hospital staff.
Oh, I see, yep. Okay. Any discussion on this?
I have a question, Mr. Chair. I was always under the assumption that this board does not appoint a hospital employee, that is the purview of the board of managers.
Would you like to handle that one?
So Cheryl and I did some research recently. I think you're correct, that board managers has the power and does that. We were concerned because it's also a county employee being paid by the county to ensure that we covered all bases. So it's kind of, I think, a feel-good resolution. Number 1 is 2 and 3 are the approval of the contract.
Sure, but doesn't this set a precedent, Jennifer? And then this board would now appoint a CEO for the hospital?
Call it,
Has the board of managers done the appointment?
I don't know.
Yesterday.
So could we, instead of really appointment, this is an affirmation or recognition?
That's what I'm asking, the clarification, because we've
Right.
never appointed a CEO or any hospital administrator out of this body before.
We did the last one.
Joe?
We did Joe.
We didn't appoint him, we just approved his contract.
Did we confirm it? Because we couldn't find the resolution. We looked for it.
I just want to make sure, Madam Chair, that we're getting the wording correct, because coming, with the word appointment means that you can unappoint if you so desire. And that's not my understanding in terms of the way the general municipal law or the county law is written, that we approve the contracts, but we don't necessarily appoint individuals.
I would ask the, Mr. Chairman, if we could change the word appoint to confirm.
I did that in the resolution. So the resolution is, they got that in front of you.
Yeah.
Be it resolved that David A. Probus, and then his address. Hereby, I want to change that, I'm gonna read it out loud. Be it resolved, let me say that the board of supervisors hereby confirms, that's where we're gonna put it.
So it says appointed, is hereby appointed. You're changing that to confirm.
Hold on,
Just taking that out.
let me read it to you, just give me a second.
I don't know.
This confirms the.
Hold on,
Let me hear what she has to say here.
Hereby informed.
hold on.
She's right.
This general municipal law is muddy. It seems like every time I think I've got it, something else.
Well, it's county,
Here's the
it's
tag.
county law.
Here's some of that too.
Okay. Be it resolved that
Why we
the
just.
Wyoming County Board of Supervisors hereby confirms the appointment of David A. Probus, his address, to the position of hospital administrator for the Wyoming County Community Health System upon recommendation of the Wyoming County Board of Managers.
Can you read that one more time?
I can. Be it resolved that the Wyoming County Board of Supervisors hereby confirms the appointment of David A. Kovas, his address, to the position of hospital administrator for the Wyoming County Community Health System upon recommendation of the Wyoming County Board of Managers per general municipal law, section 128.
Okay. Are you gonna redo this?
I am.
Okay,
That's how it's gonna read when it gets to the board meeting this afternoon.
got it. Okay. That's all I had.
Okay,
It was the general consensus when Jen and I talked that the Board of Supervisors may want some say and at least confirmation of the appointment.
is there any more discussion?
Brian, is there any place in there where it gives a review in 6 months? Most of it talks about a year, you know? Like that was report in 6 months, how things are going, but, you know.
I don't believe it does.
Draft employment agreement, which I have not sent to the candidate yet. It has not been signed. Talks about resolving our relationship for several different reasons. It doesn't place any time frames or time limits on it. For acts of misconduct, things of that nature, it could be the same day. There's mutual separation, termination because of illness or death. There are several anticipated ways that the parties would separate. Now, with regard to the money holdback, we're proposing to hold back a stated a portion of his salary, which would not be paid to him until satisfactory completing each year of service. So there's what we're calling a 10-year performance holdback of $10,000 in the first year, $12,500 in the second year, $15,000 in the third year, that would be held by the county and not paid to him until the following year. As both insurance that he stays with us, as well as a 10-year performance guarantee. And that is in the contract that he and I have discussed, but have not agreed to. Does that answer your question, Jim?
Kind of.
Okay, now, so now under the New York State Civil Service Law and the county, we do have the normal probationary period. But the employment agreement that we're contemplating would supersede that. Because it's vastly more stringent than what would be provided under the regular county policy.
Money that's being held is not performance-based, based on state.
It's both. If he's deemed to be unsatisfactory in his performance, it's perceived as both.
It does speak to that in the language in that second resolution to the performance.
Now, my presumption is that if he's performing unsatisfactorily, we'll deal with that differently than not paying him.
So what determines satisfactory performance?
That's not detailed or specified.
Okay,
Normally, the way that works is the board of managers and its executive committee set forth written goals and objectives for the senior executives in the hospital. And they are, performance evaluation, formal written performance evaluation here, which I know occurs. And that's normally how those performance measures have done in the past.
so have those performance targets or goals been established by the board managers?
They were developed in their first state.
Oh, you do that in conjunction with coming on board.
What we figured out in December last year, obviously with COVID, everything else has changed. So it's,
So just from a broad brush perspective, do you have any thoughts on what would be the types of performance measures that you would put into place?
yeah, number one, hitting the budget targets is one. Two, the completion of the integration of family practices into the system, which is started a long way ago. There's the one we're going to address, I don't know how we're going to word it, it's basically the morale in the hospital for the last few months. There's several repeats from where Joe was at operational issues, and then overcoming all the stuff that's out since then as well. So show leadership.
Strongly recommend or suggest that he be given some hiring and retention targets for the staff in the hospital in terms of recruitment and keeping those people, in the hospital so that we're not paying exorbitant amounts of money for contractors. I would think, if you're going to be the administrator of a hospital, which has the largest section of employees in the county, you ought to have some hiring recruitment targets that you're working toward. That would be just,
And that's extremely important.
it's extremely important. Absolutely.
It's a problem in every hospital.
Every time. It's got the same problem. Nobody there.
But we're suffering tremendously as a result of not having adequate staff.
It's just every hospital.
Every
hospital.
No. Until we start producing more nurses.
I'm not sure, but I mean, maybe they're modest. At start, but as we get past all the COVID stuff, maybe they become more aggressive.
I've given that a little bit of thought, and it's almost a catch-22 in that we are working aggressively to close a budget gap, but at the same time, the answer to some of the attrition leakage is spending more money. So there's a balance that's got to be struck there. And I also am concerned about incentivizing someone on tasks that are completely out of their own control. Because the market wages that are being paid are outside one's CEO's control. So, you know what I'm saying? So
Sure.
it's just, it needs some thought, is that what I'm saying?
There, after our last meeting though, that marathon, I thought that maybe because we're spending so much money in advertising for positions and trying, that we ought to be hiring a full-time recruiter.
I've got.
Sole responsibility is
person in my
go out
office,
and do the recruiting,
all they're doing is managing.
but for the hospital in particular.
Well, it's all about. Really, I mean, I'm not recruiting for any positions.
Right, but that person you have identified is not a professional recruiter.
Well, I hired her because that was her function at her prior job. I hear you. Because we can certainly look at that, I have some reservations with current market conditions that we're talking about. Right. I mean, I love this. We're all working as agency nurses, and it's like hard to work into that great skill. But as the economy improves and COVID dies, those people are going to be at those areas. We have another tool that we put in place, I think you guys looked at a month ago or so, in terms of recruiting some international nurses. Sure. Right, that is a step between, it's a great step in the right direction. Yeah, so there's something we can do, we can see how to put something in there. I'm used to having dedicated nurse recruiters. When I was a client, we had 2 or 3 of them at every hospital. And they are RNs who speak the language, right? And we're focused exclusively on recruiting RNs and LPNs. They're scale, obviously, but I can't contemplate taking an RN out of clinical right now, placing it in the recruiting role. That would be counterproductive. There may be an opportunity for a dedicated person. It's difficult, it's a difficult time.
Right.
But I don't think it's very fully, I think the way to do something like that is to roll it in as a subset of the whole thing. Operating budget. Right, because that really is a subset of that. That's one of the tools that we do. So it's,
Except that I think, I don't want this individual to get caught in the trap that we put Joe in, which is cutting services and costs and, you know. So that we're all,
that was one of the other things that has to be last. Strategic plan, but the summer has to be looked at too.
sure,
Based on everything that's happening, so it's one to do.
Yeah.
So.
okay.
We did that thought man.
All right.
Okay, is there any more questions? 1 through 3. Motion.
I'll move
Number 3. Randy Davis. Number 3. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Anything else for finance?
One question. Anticipated start date for him?
Talking about 45 days after the signing of the contract,
Okay,
right? So somewhere around the first of June, so before the last. So if he can get there sooner, the line goes sooner.
That's what it says on.
on the very last line,
oh, okay. I see.
6-1.
If he's ready to start the date, sign it.
Oh, okay.
And then because they've got a 3-year contract in that second block, we said for a term of 3 years. So that can be removed.
All right.
He's ready to come sooner. We got a fine hotel here in town.
He actually, he's very excited to come in. He's already started on his own time to help us with the recruitment efforts of the CF. So I know he is excited to get the ball rolling. He's got to disengage. So there needs a week or two to, find a place to live and get up here.
I think you're right, we are
I didn't need it. I maxed out. Can't afford it.
He's out.
I can. I have to go in and,
If you want to. Yeah, but you put your cookies out and you gotta do it for everything from that.
that's right.
Okay, is there anything else before we adjourn finance? Adjourn.
Tuesday. Get a Tuesday.